NoMoreNoobie here. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a reversal clip using the free and easy Sharefactory app on the PS4. So if you're a PS4 player and want to learn how to make gaming videos on the Sharefactory app on PS4, then this is your channel for you, so please do subscribe. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to go straight into this. So we're in Sharefactory, and I'm going to presume that you already know the basics of Sharefactory, so I'm not going to talk too much about the buttons we're pushing and that, but we're going to go straight into our clip that we've got saved here called Reverse Clip, and it's just a 11-second clip where we just got this kill. My shooting initially was all over the place, but it's a Fortnite clip, and that's the clip there, and we're going to just reverse that part that we just saw. So first thing to do is get a clone of the clip, because we're going to play about with it, and if we mess up then we can just delete what we've done and go back to the original clip and start again. Okay, so we got a clone clip there, and then what we want to do is find the end part of where we want to reverse from. So we're just using the D-pad to go right until we get to the point where we want to start the reverse, and then once we've done that we're going to clip that by pushing, we're going to split that by pushing this cross button and split clip, and then we're going to go back to the part where we want the other end of the reverse to go, and I think we're going to go about here. I generally try and do it when the character's landing on the floor. I don't know why, just to me it looks better. So once we've got to that point we're going to push the cross button and we're going to split the clip there, and then what we will end up with, confirm, what we'll end up is that bit's there is going to be the bit that we're going to be reversing. Okay, so we've split the clip. Now what we want to do is just go into it and try to the end where the clip ends, and then we're going to press double tap the share button, and when we're doing that we're going to use the D-pad to go left and just keep tapping the left button, and that's going to slowly bring the clip back, and we're recording this part, so we're trying to go nice and steady, not too fast, not too slow, but reasonable speed, just as you see it here, and you're just going back until you get to the end of that clip, and then you can double tap the share button on the controller again to stop recording. Okay, and that's going to come up here to say capture gallery video clip saved. Okay, so that is done there. Then we need to come out of the project, save the project and exit, and then we want to find what we've just recorded, so we go into a new project and get through these themes, only tick one of them or leave one of them ticked, press square to save the project. We could rename it but we're not going to on this occasion. Add a clip, and we're going to go to most recent and find the clip that we just recorded, which is that one. Press square to add it, delete this one because we don't need that, and then all we need to do is go to the part where it starts to move, so we're just going to move across until it starts to move. Now there's a bit of a glitch on the first part of it, so we're going to go past that, and there's the glitch, so we're going to go one step past that, and then we're going to split it there, confirm, get rid of that bit, delete, and then we're going to go to when the end of the recording or end of the movement happens there. So again, a bit of a glitch bit at the end, so we're going to stop it there and then press cross and split clip. It's probably just the right bit right here. Okay, split clip there, and then we can delete the rest of it. Okay, so that gives us a bit. We'll just play that a little bit through. What we do first is pan and zoom. So what we want to do is record the screen. Now we need to pan and zoom, so we're recording only what we're seeing on this part here. So the percentage to go up to is 176. So that just means that you're not seeing that orange line at the bottom, and then confirm that, and then we can play it through, and this is what we'll be recording when this is the clip that we're going to be using. Okay, so then we want to go to time bender because we want to speed this clip up, and we want to speed it up ×2 and smooth. Okay, and this is what it will look like. Okay, good. So you can see that's a little bit jolty really, so we're going to repeat this process. Okay, so we're going to push the triangle to render it, and then we're going to share later, new project, and repeat pretty much what we've just done. So we're going to go into it, continue, find what we've just rendered, add clip, go to most recent, find what we've just rendered, add clip, get rid of this part here, delete, confirm delete, and then this is what we've recorded, and you can see it's speeded up a little bit. Now we want to go to time bender again and ×2 and smooth and continue by pushing the cross button, and it's going to speed it up again, and it's less jolty, which is excellent. Okay, now you could do it again, and we'll play about with that in a second. So you render it again using the triangle button on the controller, share later, and exits the project, and then we go to the main screen here, go to new project, and get rid of these arrows again, or sorry, these ticks, go to continue, and add the clip, go to most recent, add the clip, delete this part again, and delete that, there we go, and this is our clip. Okay, so that's much better. Okay, so then we want to do exactly the same thing. Okay, before we render it, we want to play about with different things that we can do, different filters. Now, I've used a couple of different things in the past. Wind is one of them, and VHS is one of them, and you can change the filter settings to how you want it, and you can add and delete the filter if you want to, so that you could play about with the wind settings. I prefer to use the VHS, so we're going to add filter, go down to VHS, and you've got all these choices. You can use whichever ones you want, but I like to use the VHS one, so we click on that, and then we can edit it and change the filter settings, bring that down a little bit because it's quite distorted if you have it too high, so you can change it to how you want it. I normally put them both at 30, push confirm, and that's what it will look like there. Okay, so it's up to you. You don't even have to have a filter at all, you can just leave it as it was, and to be honest, I'm not convinced which one we're going to do on this one. What we do is we come out of that, we need to go into our project, and then we just go in to find the bit where we want to add the reverse clip. So we add clip, go down to the 2-second clip that we've got, square to add, and then it should look like this. Now we need to, you see this bit works, and then here it stops at the wrong point, and what we need to do is go and take a clone of the clip before the reverse clip, and then move it over to after the clip. So the one that's before the clip, the one that's before the reversed clip needs to be cloned and moved to after the reverse clip as well, and then it should look about right. There you go. Okay, so if you're not too sure, just play that back, but you're pretty much cloning the clip before the reversal and moving the clone to after the reversal. Okay, and then once you've done that, I just realised that we didn't put drag across the one with the VHS, so we're just going to add that now. So we go back into the same as we did before, filter settings. I'm going to put that down to 30, and actually on this one I'll put the static all the way down to 0, just out of interest to see what that looks like. Okay, and that should be it. So we just play it through one last time just to check for any problems, but if we're happy, then we're good to go. So this is all looking fine. So what we'll do is go back to the original clip and delete that, and once we have done that, we have all the clip ready. So we just press the triangle to render it, and then share later, and then we can come out of the project and save project, and then we have it sat there ready for us. Okay, so we can just add that to any montages we want. We can, for example, go into a new project and do what we've been doing before, get rid of all those ticks, and then add clip, and most recent, and there it is sat there, all rendered ready to go. Okay, and I'll just let this play out. I hope it's been of use, and if you have found this useful, please do comment below and let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet and did find this useful, please do subscribe and turn on notifications, because I've got lots more Share Factory videos coming your way. Alright, thanks.